It was the morning of the third day in our school, our prison. The halls were quiet until one sound, a scream, my scream, echoed through the halls. Ah! Ah! The sight I just witnessed was horrifying. It was horrific. No, this can't be true. I just stand there as some of the other people that investigated the body come out of the room with the same shocked expression plastered on their face. So I see. It finally happened. He's dead. No. 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 This can't be true. This cannot be happening. Brett? Now that Simon, Cassie, and I had seen the body, the announcement had played. All of a sudden, we hear footsteps running down the halls to see what happened for themselves. They walk into the room, and then come out looking shocked. I thought this was just a drill, that it was a joke. He's actually dead? Oh God. What happened? Who could have done something as evil as this? Unfortunately, it looks like this is true. What do we do from here? Well, obviously, now that this game has begun, we all have to stick together and promise that after this class trial, another event like this will never happen again. Well, speaking of the class trial, I'm scared because of it. I feel like this killer struck because of Luna and I's breakdowns. I feel like they're trying to pin it on one of us. Please believe me, I did not do this. Well then, crew, what do we do now? Well, I mean, we have to find this killer, right? So, let's get started. But I feel many of us are too shocked to begin investigating at this point. We didn't expect anything like this to happen. Yeah, what the heck is going on? Oh, so it seems someone has finally taken it into their own hands. The deed has been done. The game has begun. Guys, I know we're all in complete shock right now, but we cannot just stand around here and talk. We need to alert the others that aren't here and then begin an investigation. We need to find out who killed Rhett. Please. Right after they said that we should alert the others, the last few people ran into the hallway. I ran as soon as I heard the announcement. I can't believe someone is dead. What do we do now, y'all? Well, we gotta come up with a plan. We can't let Brett's death be in vain. So, we need help investigating. We should all split up. Or maybe, Evan, just leave it to the professionals. This is my thing. I'll have the killer figured out within an hour. Now, let me just go figure out where to start. But before we could start investigating, another unwanted person shows up. Hello, contestants! Isn't it a delightful day? Our final game has finally begun. Now that the game has begun, I can finally explain how the investigation will work. It all starts with what I'm about to give you, the Monokuma File. This file will give you everything you need to know that's important to the trial, and it's a great starting point for your investigation. I hope you can enjoy, and I'll give you now your time to investigate before the class trial. Bye-bye! After Monokuma left, we all just stood there, silent, flabbergasted. So, should we get started? What's in this file? If we use it to our advantage, we could get to the bottom of Brett's case. Well, yeah, that might be true, but we still need to do some investigating for ourselves. Well, you guys have fun playing fake detectives, while I go actually do the heavy lifting around here. I'm leaving now. Bye-bye. Well, even if Bobby's gonna disapprove of this, I'm gonna go investigate on my own. Actually, Joe, before you leave, I was wondering if I could come investigate with you? Oh my gosh, Cassie, of course you could come. I'd love that. Would anyone else like to come investigate with Cassie and I? Actually, Joe, can I come along too? I'd like to come investigate with you, instead of just being by myself. After we had this conversation, Jackie, Cassie, and I all built up the courage to re-enter the crime scene. As we re-enter, we see the destroyed kitchen, as well as Brett just laying on the ground. I decide to investigate his body a little bit closer. Poor Brett, he laid there dead. His face was a bloody pulp, hacked to death by a sharp object, 4 slices to the face. This could give us a clue about who the killer is. The next thing I wanted to investigate was the hatchet that was laying right next to Brett's body. Yes, it's clear that this hatchet has been bloodied. This has to be Brett's murder weapon. After I investigated the hatchet, I realized the rest of the kitchen is in shambles. There's blood splattered all over the cabinets. Kitchen utensils are missing, and not to mention the huge hole hanging above the oven in the kitchen. Maybe I should take a closer look at this hole. How did this hole get in the wall? Did Brett make it? Did the killer make it? Maybe there's something in the hole in the wall. But what I can assure is that this hole in the wall is most likely evidence of a struggle between the killer and Brett. But to me, it seems like there's something more to this hole. I decide to take a look into the hole and see if I find anything else. And I see 2 vital clues that could lead us to our killer. The first thing I notice is that there's another blood splatter inside the wall. That's weird. It has to be that the killer possibly cut the back of their neck on the wall and it's splattered. So the killer must have a cut or something. But that really could be anyone, couldn't it? But like I said, I noticed two strange things in the hole. And the second thing might even be stranger than the blood splatter. I see a patch of platinum blonde hair stained with streaks of pink blood. This has to be the killer's hair. So, does this mean the killer is blonde? Because it can't be Brett's. He has black hair. This makes me think that the killer is blonde and had something to do with the dishwashing. So, who could that be lowered down to? At this point, I feel I'm done investigating the hole and the crime scene in general. So, I think it might be time to leave this place. I finally feel ready to leave this place. The place that horrible things have happened. I promised myself right there and then I'll bring Brett's killer to justice. Me, Jackie, and Cassie exit the kitchen and head back into the hallway where we all first met. Alright, Joe, it seems you've done all the investigating in the kitchen you want to. Now what should we investigate? Well, personally for me, the main suspects are the 3 people who helped Brett clean the dishes the other night. So I'd like to interview them, possibly. That's a great idea, Joe. Maybe they could help us figure out who did it, or maybe one of them is the culprit and we could catch them in the act. So let's go find them. As soon as Cassie said that, the 3 people that were washing dishes last night walked back into the hallway. Oh, were you guys just talking about us? Yeah, actually we were. We were wondering if we could ask you some questions about you washing dishes with Brett the other night. Maybe we could help him find his killer. Of course, Joe. We'd love to answer any of your questions. Fire away. Alright, great. So, what time did you guys finish cleaning the dishes with Brett? I'd say about 7:30ish. Right, guys? Well, that means since y'all left at 7:30, then none of you could be the killers. The Monokuma file said time of death is at 7:50. Anyways, is there anyone that knows that you were out of there? Do you have alibis? Yeah, after we finished cleaning the dishes, we all went to the courtyard. And there, Evan was already sitting there, and we decided to stargaze with him. Oh, okay, I see, you were someone else. So, why did you all leave Brett early? Why was Brett still in the kitchen? Brett said we could go. He only had a few more dishes to clean up. He was just nice like that. I really wish we stayed with him now, though, because if we did, maybe he'd still be here. Alright, I just have one last question for you 3. Was there anyone that you noticed that came into the kitchen or was outside the kitchen before Brett's death? Yeah, no, I didn't see anyone. Did either of you see anyone? Or am I just blind? Yeah, I didn't see anyone either. Sorry, Joe. I hope you were able to help. You guys helped more than you know. Thank you. Alright, Joe. What else do you want to investigate? You still have a tiny bit more time. Honestly, I don't know, but I'm sure there's another clue lying around here somewhere. But where? We may need to go to a different part of the school to find this object. Jackie, Cassie, and I decide to head to the theater to see if any costumes or props were used in the murder. Alright guys, let's look around the theater. Maybe something could be used around here in the trial. But what are we looking for? A prop used? A disguise? I think a disguise is more likely because it's pretty clear that the hatchet is the murder weapon. Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking too. Alright guys, I'm gonna go backstage and go look around the costume closet. Alright Cassie, what should we do? I don't know, but I actually kinda just remembered something that might help us out. You see, last night I was just hanging in my room. And across the hall, I hear a door slam and someone running frantically out of their room. Sounded like they were in a rush, but were they the killer? I don't know. Thanks, Cassie, that actually helped a lot. So, should we continue looking for more clues around here? Alright, let's find this whatever. Yeah, but I don't see anything around here. Well, what were you telling me about the person earlier? That they were in a rush. Why? Why are we looking around places where disguising costumes would be? If they were in a rush, they would try to hide it quickly. No, you don't think they'd hide it under the curtain, would you? Oh my gosh, Jackie, we found something. Come back. Hey guys, what did you find? Oh my god, is that a bloody wig? Ew. Yeah, this hat's been worn by the killer as a disguise. So, yeah, it seems all of you have had plenty of time to do some investigating into Brett's murder, but I'm tired of waiting. Come meet me at the courtyard for the class trial. Oh no, we're out of time. We have to go, guys. By the time we got to the courtyard, most everyone else was already there. So guys, this is it. This is our first class trial. Our first class trial? You're saying this as it's going to be a daily occurrence. I hope we never have to do this again. Anyways, let's see what you amateur detectives thought up. Maybe we could find this killer together. Well, I'm sure we all found something different. So, if we work together, we might be able to find this killer and bring Brett to justice. But guys, we have to do this, or else the killer that killed Brett gets off, and all of us die. We can't let that happen. No, I didn't kill anyone, but if I still lose my parents anyways, none of this would be worth it. Well, as much as we all miss our family, we have to do this for them. If we die, then they won't know what happened to us. So we have to find this killer so we could eventually, possibly get back home. Alright guys, I think this trial is coming up. As much as I don't want to do it, we have to, and we have to work together. Is everyone ready? And we just have to wait for Monokuma. And then, the fountain started to shake. And out from under the fountain, released an elevator with a bright red door. We all clambered in, and it headed underground. It went slowly, and we all stood there anxious. But soon we hit the bottom, and the doors opened. Welcome, students, to your first class trial! Are you excited as I am? I bet you are! Alright, there's no time to waste. Go find your podium with your name on it so we can begin this class trial. Now then, let me express how grateful I am for all of you to come. Didn't have to get any blood on my hands today. But now let me explain the rules of the class trial. You will all engage in a round table discussion where you will explain the clues and evidence you found in order to find the killer. You only have a certain amount of time though, and once the time is up, you must vote for who you think did it. If you guess the right person, then only the killer will be executed. But if you guess the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the killer. So students, before we begin, does anyone have any questions? Yeah, I do, Monokuma. What's this weird looking standee of Brett doing here? He's dead. Why is he a part of the trial? Aw, everyone deserves to be a part of the class trial. Plus, it's a friendly reminder of one of your fallen comrades. Alrighty then, let's begin. So, I guess we should start with the murder weapon, correct? Well, yeah, but I actually never went in to see Brett's body. I got there pretty much when the crime scene had closed. So I'm not going to be much of a help here. Well then, does anyone know what it is? Well, in the crime scene, I saw a hatchet. It was really scary. But then again, I could be wrong. It might not have been used. No, Saki. You are absolutely right. That is the only weapon I found during the investigation that could have possibly been used, and it matches the markings on Brett's face. Also, wasn't the hatchet literally like right next to his body, and had blood all over it? If that doesn't scream murder weapon, I don't know what else does. So yeah, I think we've got a murder weapon, guys. Alright then, now that we know about the murder weapon, let's talk about some potential suspects. Shall we? Well, I think it's pretty clear that the three most obvious suspects are the three people that stayed to help Brett wash the dishes, right? Wait a minute, why are you blaming us? None of us did it. Well then, here's my proof. Those three were the last three to be seen with Brett in public. And all three volunteered to help Brett clean. They had the easiest access to the murder. And none of them have alibis. No, that's wrong! You see, the three people that were washing the dishes actually do have alibis, and it comes from another person. Oh yeah, I forgot I told you about that. After we finished washing the dishes, we went to the courtyard, the three of us. And when we got there, we weren't the only ones there, because in the courtyard, someone was stargazing out of the dome. Isn't that right, Evan? Yeah, the three told me they finished washing dishes around 7:30 and they got to the courtyard around 7:35. The four of us then just kind of talked for a while, like there wasn't a care in the world. We didn't know that someone would be murdered soon. We just talked and stargazed until about 8. So, if I could help him out and give him his alibi, then I'll do what I can. Thank you, Evan. That was very helpful. So now we can rule them out of being killers, correct? Actually, no, Joe. I don't know if that's true. Because they could have gone back after stargazing with Evan to kill Brett. No, that's wrong. You see, Erica, I thought the same thing was possible. But looking back at the Monokuma file, it says the murder happened at 7:50. Meanwhile, Evan cleared the 3 dishwashers until 8. So, if the murder happened at 7:50, none of them would be available to be in the kitchen, meaning all 3 are innocent. Well, it looks like we're back to square one. Instead of trying to find the killer, maybe we should figure out how the killer did this? I was thinking the exact same thing, Jackie. We gotta figure out what the killer did to get ready for this murder. Well, Brett had been caught by surprise, right? It must have been a sneak attack or something. No, that's wrong. Well, Saki, you're half right. Yes, Brett must have been caught off guard, but this definitely was not a sneak attack. Oh, really? How so? Well, in the kitchen, there was clear evidence of a struggle. The hole in the wall, like someone's head was bashed into it, clearly they were fighting, and on the cabinets, all the blood splatter. So, these two obviously got into a bit of a scuffle before Brett died. Alright, so it wasn't a sneak attack, but we have to figure out when this murder was planned. When the killer came up with the idea to kill Brett. Well, an obvious choice could be after the motive was revealed. They could have loved their family members so much and just needed to protect them that they were pushed to their breaking point. Another obvious choice is when Lunar, Levi, and Lucas decided to go help Brett clean the dishes, realizing they could probably frame one of them. All we could figure out for a fact is that this murder was planned out at least a couple hours in advance. No, that's wrong. Cassie, would you like to explain to Jackie why she's wrong here? Yeah, of course. As I was chilling in my room last night, around the same time as the murder, I heard someone running out of the room fast. And they were heading towards the kitchen. Something tells me the killer just snapped and realized they needed to save their family member. So, I think they rushed out of the room to go kill Brett, knowing he was still in the kitchen. Okay, so this really was carried out just on a whim, wasn't it, huh? Alright then, we now know how this was planned. We just need something to link it to a killer. Well, in the hole in the kitchen, we found bloody pieces of blonde hair. Did that mean our killer is blonde? But Joe, you forget, we found that bloody wig in the theater room, and the hair we found in the kitchen is a match. Right, crap, how could I forget about that? Damn it, it seems we're at another dead end. Let me think of the crime scene one more time. Maybe there's one more clue I could find. The killer had to have left us one more clue. What could I be missing? I replay the crime scene in my head over and over again until it hits me. The killer. They left a calling card. Maddie, why did you find it necessary to leave a calling card at the crime scene? Huh? What do you mean calling card? I wasn't even at the crime scene. We both know that's a lie. You want to claim the kill, or if you were being nice, you want to assist us and help find you out. So, why did you make a hashtag on Brett's face? What? That's ridiculous. You're going to accuse me just because of a pattern on his face? You're gonna need more proof than that to accuse me. Are you accusing me? Yeah, Maddie, I am. And I have a few more questions for you. In the dorm room hallway, where is your room located? All the rooms are the same. Why did that even matter? Joe, now that I think about it, Maddie's room is located directly across the hall from my room. Okay, but that's just a coincidence. You heard someone running past your room, not someone coming out of their room right across the hall. That could have been anyone. Why are you blaming me? I didn't do this. Well, yes, that is true, Maddie. I have one final question that could put a nail in this case's coffin. Can I see the back of your neck? Huh? That's a weird request. Why do you want to see the back of my neck? Because if I'm right, since we saw the wig in the hole, and there was blood splatter in the hole as well, that means you must have cut the back of your neck on the wall. So, can I see the back of your neck? But that's ridiculous. That doesn't prove anything. Monokuma, I'm ready to end the trial. Let's go over this case again, shall we? This case started with the killer just sitting alone in their room. But after thinking about the motive and thinking about their family member at stake, the killer snapped. They wanted to get out of here and they wanted to save their family. So, they quickly ran out of the room and sprinted down the hallway, which Cassie heard. But before deciding to head to the kitchen and to kill Brett, the killer knew that they wanted to have a disguise of some sort. They ran backstage of the theater room and grabbed a blonde wig. When running to the kitchen, the killer knew that there could be a possibility of the dishwashers still helping Brett. So, they went into the pantry next door and waited for the dishwashers to leave. Once the 3 people that had helped wash dishes had left the room, the killer knew it was their time to strike. They left the pantry and headed into the kitchen. The killer was planning to sneak attack Brett and quietly grabbed the hatchet out of the knife block. They began to swing, but just at the right time, Brett turned around and saw the culprit. Thinking fast, Brett grabbed the culprit and he threw them against the wall away from him to try to escape. However, this killer was not going to go down easily and not without a fight. But Brett's escape was too late. He was taken down by the killer, and he took his last breath as the hatchet came down into his face. After the crime, the killer just left everything where it was and sprinted back to the theater room, scared to get caught. They threw the wig off their head, but felt they did not have enough time to go back to the backstage area. So they quickly tossed the wig behind the curtain and sprint out of the theater and back to their room. This is the truth behind the case. Isn't that right, Maddie, the ultimate influencer? That is correct! The Blackened is Maddie, the ultimate influencer. What? He can't be serious, right? Maddie, why would you do this? I'm sorry, but I snapped when I saw my brother on that screen. I couldn't let that happen to him. So you were willing to trade 15 lives for his, huh? Well, Joe, looks like you did better than I thought you would. I thought I was the only one that could figure out this case. But Maddie, you knew the consequences if you failed. Why'd you go through with it? My brother and I have never had the best relationship. But I used to be his babysitter, and I looked out for him. I couldn't imagine being the reason he died, especially after I'd taken care of him all these years. Even if it means the death of me, at least I saved him. Besides, in the event I did escape, and I was to be blamed for his death, my parents never would have looked at me the same again. So it had to be a risk I was willing to take to keep my family intact. We all want our families right now, Maddie. But what you did, that was messed up, dude. We can't entirely blame her. You see, this game is forcing people to do crazy things. Things that they would never do. Maybe give it a few more hours, I would have been pushed to do the same thing to save my mom. I'm still in disbelief about this. Maddie, you seem the most calm under pressure. It's always the silent ones that surprise you. But my question is, why would she even leave a calling card? Wouldn't that make her an obvious killer? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Maddie, why'd you do it? I had already felt bad enough for betraying you. So in the small event that I didn't get away with the murder, I wanted to help you guys discover who I was. Maddie, you gave yourself away. You're the reason for your own death. Well, we thank you. If you didn't leave that calling card, most likely all of us would have died. Well then, is everyone done? Great. I've prepared a very special punishment for Maddie, the ultimate influencer. If everyone is ready, it's punishment time! Everyone, please, stick together. Don't play his game. Don't do exactly what he wants you to do. And don't lose your way like I did. I'll be rooting for all of you from beyond, even if you don't know it. What we all had just witnessed showed us the true extent of the killing game, the true extent of Monokuma's powers. It was shocking, it was gruesome. But we can't let Maddie die in vain. We must live by her words. After all, tomorrow is a new day of despair.